Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well, and we're going to continue with our Action PC Baseball 2021 1967 alternate reality replay. Game 2, the Cardinals versus the Red Sox. In our Boston Red Sox alternate replay, there's a DH in both leagues. Only major transactions took place. No automatic injuries, though injuries can occur. Well, the Red Sox ran away with the American League pennant with a record of 108-54, while the Cardinals still won the National League at 95-66. So even with the DH in both leagues, the results for the pennant winners was the same. The Cardinals took Game 1 of the series, and now the Red Sox will try to even the score before going back to St. Louis. So let's get to the friendly confines of Fenway Park and play some baseball. Leading off, playing left field for the St. Louis Cardinals, Lou Brock. Brock batted .303 in our replay. 21 homers, 112 ribbies, scored 109 runs. Curt Flood bats second. He's in center field. He had a batting average of .357, 66 ribbies, 2 homers. Roger Maris, who had a huge Game 1, is batting third. He's in right field. He batted .255, 9 homers, 59 ribbies. The baby bull, Orlando Cepeda's at first, the cleanup hitter. Cepeda batted .316, 82 runners knocked in, scored 100 runs with 19 homers. Doing the catching, batting fifth for the Cardinals, Tim McCarver, .273, 15 home runs, 81 ribbies. Batting sixth, that's second base, Julian Javier. Javier batted .286, 76 ribbies, 15 bippity-boppity booms. Bobby Tolan is the designated hitter. He'll bat seventh. Mike Shannon is at third, batting eighth. Dahl Maxville at short, batting ninth. On the mound for the Boston Red Sox, 18-game winner Lee Stang. 18-6, ERA 3.33. Trying to even the series here. We almost went with Jerry Stevenson, but we went with Lee Stang, 18-game winner. Behind the plate, Mike Ryan, 7 range, 8 arm. Jerry Adair's a 4 range at third. Petrocelli's at short. He's a 5 range. Dalton Jones at second, 6 range. George the Boomer Scott at first. He's a 10 defensive range. In left field, Carl Yastrzemski, 10 range, 9 arm. Reggie Smith is in center, 8 range, 7 arm. And Tony Canigliaro is in right, 5 range, 6 arm. Lou Brock was 2 for 5 in Game 1. He steps to the plate. Corners move in for Brock. So Adair in at third, Scott in at first. Stang, he's ready. The pitch to Brock. Game 2 on its way. And he strikes out Lou Brock. 1 down. That will bring up Curt Flood. Flood 3 for 5 in Game 1. Base is empty. Ryan sets the target. Pitch homeward bound to Flood. Inside corner, and he walked him. So Flood's at first with 1 out for Roger Maris. Maris knocked in 4 runs in Game 1. Was the Game 1 player of the game. Scott holding Flood on. Red Sox hoping to turn 2. We're going to try to hit the corners here with a pitch around. Stang is ready. The pitch to Maris. And he rips that ball to right center field. Canigliaro cuts it off. Will Flood go first to third? Yes, as Tony C. will throw it into Dalton Jones to keep the double play in order. Another double for the Cardinals. It was doubles galore in Game 1. Runners on the corners, 1 out for the Baby Bull Orlando Cepeda. On deck is McCarver. Cepeda knocked in a run as he was 2 for 5 in Game 1. Again, we're going to go pitch around, hope for the double play. Grounder up the middle. Jones has it. And they will not turn 2. Unable to turn 2. The run scores from third. 1-0 Cardinals. So once again, the Cardinals score early. 2 outs. Cepeda's at first. He picks up his second ribby. Here's Tim McCarver. He knocked in a run in Game 1. Left-hand batting catcher. Pitch around to McCarver. Grounds it slowly to first. Scott has it. Flips to Stang. And the side is retired. The Cardinals get 1. We go to the bottom of the first. 1-0 St. Louis. Let's give you the Red Sox batting order. Leading off, playing second base, Dalton Jones. Jones batted .300 in our replay. 7 homers, 77 runs scored, 56 ribbies. The Boomer, George Scott, bats second. He's at first base, as we saw. .312, 18 homers, 99 ribbies. The cleanup hitter, Carl Yastrzemski in left. He just missed a triple crown. He lost the batting title to Jim Fregosi of the Angels. Won the home run title and RBI title. So Yaz batted .322, 137 ribbies, 49 homers. Tony Canigliaro off the DL. He was injured diving for a ball in right field. But he's back for the World Series. Tony C., before his injury, was batting .305, 18 homers, 66 ribbies. Batting fifth at third base, Jerry Adair. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Joe Foy. Batting seventh, the switch-hitting center fielder, Reggie Smith. Playing short, batting eighth, Rico Petrocelli. Doing the catching, batting ninth, Mike Ryan. So Bob Gibson gets the start in Game 2. And let's look at Gibby. Gibson in the replay, 14-10, WHIP 1.205, ERA 3.23. Behind the plate, Tim McCarver, 7 range, 5 arm. Shannon's at third, he's a 5 range. Maxville is at short, 8 range. Julian Javier's a 6 at second, and the Baby Bull Orlando Cepeda is a 6 at first. Lou Brock's in left, 6 range, 4 arm. Kurt Flood outstanding in center, 10 range, 8 arm. And Roger Maris, 6 range, 6 arm in right. Here's Dalton Jones to lead things off. He was 0 for 2 in Game 1. Gibson, he's ready. He rocks and deals to Jones. Jones swings, base hit. Base hit to left center as he lashed it between Shannon and Maxville. So the tying runs aboard. Dalton Jones at first for the Boomer, George Scott. Scott was 0 for 4 in Game 1. You have to be ready to grip and rip against Gibson. Cepeda holds Jones on. Jones not going anywhere. Gibby deals to the Boomer, and he strikes out Scott as he was fooled badly on that pitch. 1 out, 1 on for Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz knocked in a run with a sac fly. He was 0 for 3. The pitch to Yaz. Oh, slide step over. Jones gets back as Cepeda slaps the tag on him. Gibson Again looks over. Jones has shortened his lead. He didn't have a big one before. Now the pitch to Yastrzemski. And that's a base hit to center. Jones hits second and will hold up. He will not challenge the arm of Curt Flood. And the fans rise as here is Tony Conigliaro. He doubled and homered in Game 1. Tony C. ready to grip and rip. Jones at second. Yastrzemski at first. Gibson with a stern look on his face. He rocks and deals to Conigliaro. That ball is high and deep to left. In the corner, Brock racing over and he makes the catch. Jones tags the throw, not in time. Red Sox have the tying run 90 feet away. Boy, the fans rose on the ball off the bat of Tony C., but it just didn't have the distance. That'll bring up Jerry Adair. Adair was 2 for 4 with a ribby. Jones, the tying run at third. Yastrzemski, the go-ahead run at first. The pitch to Adair. Gibson fires it in, and that's a base hit to right center. The Red Sox have tied it. Yastrzemski hits second and heads to third. So another clutch hit for Jerry Adair. 1-1 in Game 2. Here's Joe Foy, the designated hitter. He came in as a pinch hitter. He was 0 for 1 with a walk. The pitch to Foy, 2 outs. Foy rips a line shot to left, and Brock traps it. Yastrzemski scores 2-1. Adair thinking about going to third. He will hold. So Joe Foy comes through in the clutch, and the Red Sox take their first lead of the World Series, 2-1. Here's Reggie Smith, 2 outs, 2 on. They've already got to Gibby for 2. Smith awaits the delivery. Pitch homeward bound. Ground ball up the middle. Javier has it. Spins, throws to Cepeda. The side is retired, but the Red Sox answer the Cardinals 1 run with 2. We go to the top of the second, 2-1 Boston, trying to tie this series at 1. Cardinals took Game 1, 7-4. Let's double check that. Yes, it was 7-4. Due up for the Cardinals, Javier, Tolan, and Shannon to face Lee Stang. Javier, 1 for 3 in Game 1. Stang looking to see if Javier will beat the ball in the dirt. Going down and low with the pitch. Inside, Julian Javier turns on it, dead center, and Reggie Smith bobbles it, and he makes the catch as he stumbles. Reggie Smith had to come in a bit, and to his left, he makes the stumbling catch and bobbling catch as he pressed the ball against his body, popped up and showed the umps he had it. 1 away. Fenway faithful love that one. Salvador America's here at Fenway. Hope all is well. That'll bring up the DH Bobby Tolan. Tolan can drop a bunt down. He's a very good bunter. We're going to move the corners in, but that brings his average up to 271. Maybe we'll play it back. Shannon on deck. You know what? We're going to play normal. The pitch to Tolan from Stang. Again, the pitch around. Will he out of the zone? And he hits it to Petrocelli, and Petrocelli boots the ball. Oh, that should have been out number 2. Stang put the ball down and low. Tolan beat it in the ground. Petrocelli throws the ball away, and Bobby Tolan, the tying run, is now at second. Again, the weakness of our Red Sox team, the infield defense, the horrific base running at times, and the gopher balls that the pitchers give up. So Mike Shannon steps to the plate. Shannon was 1 for 3 in Game 1, no ribbies. The pitch to Shannon, again, Stang just trying to stay outside of the strike zone. Fly ball, right center, Conigliaro, and that's going to hit the wall, and it's going to be a triple by the time Tony C. corrals it. And we're tied at 2. As that just kept carrying between Smith and Conigliaro. 1 out, go-ahead run at third, Mike Shannon. The weak-hitting shortstop Dahl Maxwell at the plate. Maxwell was 1 for 4. Stang has to get Maxville because Brock is on deck. Here's the pitch to Maxville. Inside corner, ground ball to Petrocelli, ranging towards the bag. He'll throw to first for the out. Shannon scores from third, and it's 3-2. Cardinals. So Maxville picks up a ribby. 2 outs, base is empty for Lou Brock. Here's the pitch to Brock, 0 for 1. Fly ball, shallow right. Canigliaro makes the running catch coming in, but the Red Sox give up 2. We go to the bottom of the second, 3-2 Cardinals. Red Sox already have some milling in their bullpen. It'll be Petrocelli who made that error, and that proved costly. Then Ryan, the top of the order, Dalton Jones. Rico Petrocelli 0 for 4. The pitch to Petrocelli from Gibby. Petrocelli base hit up the middle. So Petrocelli's on. He's the tying run at first. That'll bring up Mike Ryan. He's going to sack. Puts down the bunt. McCarver's only play is to Javier, who's covering on the wheel play. Advancing is Petrocelli. So Petrocelli at second with 1 out. Top of the order, Dalton Jones. Jones 1 for 1. He singled. Gibson. Stern look on his face. The high leg kick and the pitch to Jones. Jones sends that ball deep center field. Kurt Flood running towards the triangle, and he makes the catch. Petrocelli will not tag, as he was too far away from the bag. What a great running catch into the triangle by Kurt Flood. 2 outs. Now it's up to the boomer, George Scott. Scott struck out. He's 0 for 1. Yastrzemski on deck. 3-2 Cardinals. Gibson rocks and fires. Base hit to center. Flood puts a charge on it. Petrocelli is waved around. Flood throws to the cutoff man, and we're tied at 3. So the boomer claps his hands at first. And here's Yastrzemski. He's 1 for 1 today. 250 overall in the series. The pitch to Yaz. Yastrzemski swings. Ground ball up the middle. Javier backhands. Pivots. Fires to Cepeda. And the side is retired. But the Red Sox tie it up at 3. We go to the top of the third. Knotted at 3. Game 2 of the World Series. Cardinals took game 1 7-4. They lead the series 1-0. It will be Flood, Maris, and Cepeda to face Lee Stang. He's given up 1 in the first, 2 in the second. He needs to start putting up goose eggs. The pitch to Flood. Inside corner. Fly ball. Center field. Smith moving to his left. And Reggie makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Roger Maris. He's having a heck of a series so far, batting 600 with 4 ribbies, 1 for 1 today with a single. Left-handed batter. Seems to have turned back the hands of time to 1961. Here's the pitch to Maris. Outside corner. Maris pulls it to Jones. The second baseman throws to Scott. And there are 2 down. There are 2 down. Red Sox desperately need a goose egg here, but it's the baby bull 0 for 1. The pitch to Cepeda. Cepeda grounds to Stang, who throws to Scott, and the side is retired. Lee Stang needed to get the goose egg, and he got it. Bottom of the third, 3-3. Gibson back up on the mound. He will face Canigliaro, Adair, and Foy. Tony C. flew out to deep left in the corner with runners on. Gibson rocks and deals. Canigliaro held up. Ball 4. So Canigliaro's on. RJL518, our good friend Rob is here at Fenway. Check out that wonderful card and dice baseball channel. RJL518 also here. Salvador, America. Greatly appreciate your time. To everyone. Canigliaro at first. Cepeda holds him on. Jerry Adair's 1 for 1 with a ribby. We're going to play hit and run. There goes Tony C. And that's a base hit to left center field. Canigliaro hits second and heads to third. So the hit and run works to perfection with Jerry Adair. No outs. Beantown boys on the corner. Here's Joe Foy. He knocked in a run with a single. Can he do it again? Gibson on the ropes. The pitch to Foy. Inside corner. Foy laces it to left center. Canigliaro scores. Adair hits second and holds. And Foy has knocked in his second run. It is 4-3 Red Sox. Here's Reggie Smith, 0 for 1. No outs. Smith, not a good sack bunter, so we're not going to do that. McCarver won't even walk out to the mound. Gibson just gives him a stern look. The pitch to Smith. Grounder to Shannon. Shannon charges. Throws to Javier, who wheels and deals to Cepeda. Double play. Adair goes to third. So that's 5, 4, 3. Just what Bob Gibson ordered. Now here's Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli 1 for 1. He's made a bad error at short. Big insurance run at third, and Jerry Adair. The pitch to Petrocelli. Oh, and Petrocelli is plunked. As Gibson sending a message, the Boo Birds here at Fenway not liking that. And now bring up Mike Ryan. He had a sack bunt his first time up. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Gibson deals to Ryan. Ryan swings, grounder to Maxville. He fires to Cepeda. The side is retired. But the Red Sox take the lead on the Joe Foy single. Top of 4, 4-3 Boston. Game 2 of the World Series 1967. Our alternate Red Sox replay. Both teams still got to the World Series. The Red Sox did it with 108 wins, and the Cardinals with 95. I played all the Red Sox games, mostly all offline, put a few on the channel. But all the World Series games will be on the channel, and hopefully we will get a victory. For the Cardinals, it'll be McCarver, Javier, and Tolan. Tim McCarver's 0 for 1. Lee Stang back up on the bump. Ryan sets the target. The pitch to his counterpart, McCarver. Outside corner, base hit to right. As McCarver pulls it. McCarver at first, no outs for Julian Javier. He's 0 for 1. Red Sox hoping for the double play ball. Stang will again look to go inside, outside, down, up, and low, just outside the box with the pitch around. And Javier does not bite. He walks. McCarver goes to second for Bobby Tolan. Here's the pitch to Tolan, who's 0 for 1. Outside corner, Tolan sends it to left field. Yastrzemski racing back, looking up, and it's off the monster. Yaz plays it. But McCarver will score, and we're knotted at 4, and so does Javier. And now they will get... No! Tolan slides under the tag. It took a weird bounce off the wall. Bobby Tolan triples, and the Cardinals retake the lead to the moans and groans and chagrins of the Fenway faithful. Let's watch the video replay. And again, I don't know why it doesn't put the right photos there. Yastrzemski going back deep in the corner, hits the monster, takes a weird bounce away from Yastrzemski. He chases it down, but by the time he does, Tolan is at third and 2 runs have scored, and the Cardinals have the lead, 5-4. Red Sox have bullpen action. Here's Mike Shannon. Maxville on deck. Infield will play in. The pitch to Shannon. Popped him up, right side. Jones and Scott looking at each other. Who's going to call for it? A little miscommunication here now. Jones at the last second makes the catch. 1 down. And here's Dahl Maxville. He grounded out but knocked in a run. As Salvador America says, I don't see how we cannot win. As I hear, God is a Red Sox fan. I agree. Again, infield comes in. Cardinals up 5-4. The pitch to Maxville. Grounder to Jones. Jones has it. Throws to Scott. Holding at third is Tolan. There are 2 down now. Top of the order for Lou Brock, who is 0 for 2. Lee Stang has not been good. Jim Lonborg was not good. We should have started Jerry Stevenson, who's magic at home. But I went with the 20 and 18 game winner. Obviously, Lonborg was going to start game 1, but I kept thinking about Jerry Stevenson. We might bring him out of the pen shortly. The pitch to Brock, 0 for 2. Outside corner, Brock sends a fly ball shallow right. Canigliaro racing in, and he makes the catch. Tolan stranded at third, but it was his triple that knocked in 2 runs that given the Cardinals a 5-4 lead. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is a slugfest at Fenway. Red Sox trail once again. Top of the order for Boston. Jones, Scott, and Yastrzemski to face Bob Gibson. Gibson's given up 4 runs against this powerful offensive lineup of the Red Sox. Jones 1 for 2. Gibby deals to Jones. Base hit to right. 2 for 3 for Dalton Jones. Cepeda to hold him on. And here's George the Boomer Scott. Scott knocked in a run. He's 1 for 2. Yaz on deck. Gibson hoping for the double play ball. Here's the pitch. Scott swings, base hit to left. Jones hits second and will hold. So Scott getting it done with the stick. No one out. Bob Gibson on the ropes. And here's Captain Carl hoping to knock him out. Yaz is 1 for 2. He has singled and grounded to second. The pitch to Yastrzemski. Fly ball deep center field. Flood looking up. And no, it's off the wall. Jones scores. They're going to wave. Scott, 80% chance, and he scores. And Yastrzemski has given the Red Sox a 6-5 lead as Fenway explodes with joy and jocularity. Unbelievable. Here's the video replay. As that was a shot, Flood went back, he leaped, and it was off the wall as a light rain falls here at Fenway. And the Red Sox retake the lead 6-5. Here's Tony Canigliaro. He's walked and flown out. The pitch to Tony C. And that is laced and gone! Canigliaro with his second home run of the series. A line shot over the monster in left center. And it is 8-5 Boston. Here is the Canigliaro blast. Gibson challenged him with a fastball, and Tony C. turned on it. A 2-run dinger for Canigliaro. As the Red Sox look to even up the series at 1, rain continues to fall. No outs. Gibson's given up 8 runs. If I was Jerry Adair, I wouldn't dig in. He's 2 for 2. The pitch to Jerry. Grounder up the middle. Javier backhands it. Fires to Cepeda. He had a little trouble getting it out of his glove. 1 out. And Al Jackson will come in for an ineffective Bob Gibson. So Al Jackson, he saw action in Game 1, will now face Joe Foy, who's 2 for 2. Foy has knocked in 2 runs. Gets the start at DH. Came off the bench in Game 1. The pitch from Al Jackson, the lefty, to Joe Foy, the righty. Foy swings, grounds it to third. Shannon across the diamond to Cepeda. Oh, it's going to be an error! And Foy goes to second on the throwing error by Mike Shannon, who looked more like Del Shannon at the hot corner. And the Red Sox keep on rolling. Should have been outnumbered 2, but here comes Reggie Smith. He's 0 for 2 today, but Reggie likes to hit off left-handed pitching. Jackson rocks and deals to Smith. Smith swings, fly ball, deep center. Flood to his left, and he makes the grab. Foy will tag, 72% chance to throw, and he is safe. 2 outs, Foy 90 feet away from the Red Sox 9th run. And here's Rico Petrocelli. He is singled and was hit by a Bob Gibson pitch. Petrocelli's made an error at short. The pitch to Petrocelli. Fly ball center field. Flood going back, looking up, and it's gone! Rico Petrocelli with a 2-run homer as the Red Sox have exploded for 6 runs in the bottom of the 4th, and they lead 10-5. Petrocelli goes bippity-boppity boom to the moon. The Paisanos come through in the bottom of the 4th. First Canigliaro, and now Rico Petrocelli, and before that it was Yastrzemski with a double. Unbelievable. 10-5 Red Sox. Here's the video replay of the Petrocelli blast. And the good news is the Joe Foy pitcher is correct in the replay. So the Red Sox offense, which has been the most potent offense in 1967, comes through. They need to win this game as they go back to St. Louis for 3. And they want to go back 1-1 as they dropped game 1 7-4 here at Fenway. The pitch to Ryan. Grounder to Shannon. Hesitates, fires, and this time his throw is true. And the side is retired. But Boston strikes for 6 as the power company is here at Fenway. We go to the top of the 5th. 10-5 Red Sox. Lee Stang has been putrid. He's given up 5 runs in 4 innings. But we'll keep him back up on the bump. Here's Kurt Flood 0 for 1 with a walk. The pitch to Flood. Grounder up the middle. Petrocelli makes the dive. Pops up. Throws to Scott. 1 down. What a play by Petrocelli. Trying to make up again for one of the worst errors you'll ever see in baseball earlier on in the game. Roger Maris 1 for 2. Stang, you got to put up a goose egg here, son. The pitch to Maris. Outside corner. Maris pulls it right field deep. Canigliaro racing towards the corner. Reaching out and he makes the grab. 2 away. 2 away. Can Stang put up another goose egg? He did in the 3rd. That's the only inning, the top of the 3rd, that a run was not scored. Cepeda's 0 for 2. The pitch to the baby bull. The pitch around here. Inside corner. Fly ball. Yastrzemski's there. And that's out number 3. So Lee Stang comes off the mound with a goose egg. Bottom of the 5th, 10-5 Red Sox. Top of the order for Boston to face Jackson, who's in relief of an ineffective Bob Gibson. So it's Dalton Jones, Scott, and Yastrzemski. Well, Jones not bueno against left-handed pitching, but he is the better defensive second baseman when it comes to range, so we'll keep him in there. He's 2 for 3. The pitch to Jones from Jackson. Outside corner, strike 3. He went down looking. Got it at the belt line. And here's the boomer, George Scott, 2 for 3 with 2 ribbies. Jackson deals to Scott. Scott swings. There's his 3rd hit to left. So 1 out, 1 on for Yastrzemski. Yaz is 2 for 3. His double in the 4th knocked in 2. Gave the Red Sox the lead 6-5, and then the Canigliaro blast and the Petrocelli blast added to it. Thus the 10-5 lead. Jackson the lefty versus Yastrzemski the lefty. Cepeda holds Scott on. The pitch to Yaz. Oh, slide step, and Scott just gets back. Jackson again looks to first, now in at McCarver. Pitch homeward bound to Yastrzemski. Yaz swings, grounds it up the middle. Maxville flips to Javier, who pivots and fires to Cepeda. Double play, inning over. 6-4-3. We go to the top of the 6th. Red Sox up by 5. 2 up for the Cardinals to face Lee Stang, McCarver, Javier, and Tolan. The Cardinals took game 1, 7-4. The Red Sox trying to win game 2 before we go back to St. Louis. For 3. McCarver's 1 for 2. Pitch around to McCarver. McCarver he loops it to right center. Good piece of hitting by McCarver. And that brings up Julian Javier, who's 0 for 1. He walked his last time up as he did not chase. Lee Stang on a short leash. They have Tolan, Shannon, and Maxville coming up. Here's the pitch to Julian Javier. And that is laced. And that could be a double. McCarver hits second and will hold. So McCarver hesitated. Javier took a wide turnaround first and quickly scampered back. And that is it for Lee Stang. We have seen enough of our starting pitcher. So starting pitching for the Red Sox has been bad in the first 2 games. Red Sox still with a 5-run lead. Cardinals have 2 on, no outs. Bobby Tolan is 1 for 2. He tripled his last time up, knocking in 2. And now we go to our left-hand specialist, Bill Landis. So here comes Billy Landis. Lee Stang is gone. Landis has been a lefty killer. The pitch to Tolan. And as a ground ball to Jones. His only play, though, is to first. We couldn't turn two, as Javier was off on before contact, really. So Landis does his job. We're hoping to get a double play there. McCarver to third, Javier to second. Landis will not face Mike Shannon. Again, he's our lefty killer. But we could bring in Sparky Lyle, who's better against righties, but we're not going to. We will go with... Do we want to go with Jerry Stevenson? John Wyatt, we pitched yesterday. He sucked. Threw 54 pitches, but he can go again. Big moment here. I know he's the closer. We're going to go Dan Osinski will come in. So here comes Dan Osinski. The Red Sox will give up the run for the out. Osinski getting his first look here in the World Series. In our replay was 4-1 with a 3.42 ERA. And again, he was one of these guys. The pitching was pretty much always better on the road than at home. The pitch from Osinski to Shannon. Fly ball, shallow left. Yastrzemski racing in. He makes the catch. Will McCarver challenge his arm? No. So good job by Osinski. And here's Dahl Maxfield. Maxfield did get an RBI on a ground out. Red Sox can get out of this mess if they get Maxfield. The dangerous Lou Brock on deck. He's a left-hander. The pitch to Maxfield from Osinski. Grounder up the middle. Dalton Jones towards the bag, throws to first, and the side is retired. The Red Sox pen does its job. We go to the bottom of six, still 10-5, Boston. And it's Canigliaro, Adair, and Foy. Canigliaro, 2 homers in this series, 3 ribbies, batting .667. He has flown deep to left, walked, and hit a 2-run bomb in the 4th. Jackson deals to Canigliaro. Canigliaro dribbles it towards short. Maxfield charges, he throws, bang, bang, play at first. Cepeda with the stretch, and Canigliaro is out. First base coach protesting, but the man in blue will not change the call. So 1 down for Jerry Adair, 2 for 3. Jackson rocks and deals. Adair swings, grounds it back to Jackson, who throws to Cepeda, 2 down. So Jackson needs to put up a goose egg, and he's 1 out away from doing it. Base is empty for Joe Foy, the DH. He's 2 for 3 today. Foy has singled in a run. Actually, he singled in 2 runs. The pitch from Jackson to Joe Foy. Foy, inside pitch, pulls it to Shannon. The third baseman throws to Cepeda, and 1-2-3 go the boys from Boston. Salvador America says 12 more outs, and this series is even. Top of the 7th, down to 9 more outs now. Cardinals trail by 5. Boston 10, St. Louis 5. Top of the order for the Cardinals, Brock, Flood, and Maris. So you got lefty, righty, lefty. And this is where Sparky Lyle will come into play. And here comes Sparky. So it's Sparky Lyle. That brings down Lou Brock's average a bit. Still over 300 possibility of getting a hit off Lyle when it comes to average. So about a 33% chance of getting on, possibly. Brock 0 for 3. Sparky Lyle seems to have good numbers, but he was scary. He was 7-0 with 8 saves, 3.52 ERA, but there are times he was utterly horrific and times he was utterly brilliant. You can't pitch him. Again, I'm just bringing him in because of the lefty-lefty matchup, which was you can see Brock 239, and against Osinski, that average was, I think it was like 347, so we dropped it about 40 points. Now Lyle has to deal. He has to come through here. The pitch to Lou Brock, and of course Brock hits it to left center field. Brock takes a wide turn and holds as Yastrzemski fields it and throws it in. Brock at first. Scott holds him on for Kurt Flood, who's 0 for 2. And again, Lyle very tough on righties. Lyle throws over, and Brock gets back. And Brock not impressed with the move of Lyle. Actually extends his lead. Here's the pitch out. Brock holds as they're down by 5. Lyle again looks to Scott at first. Now in at Ryan. Slide step to the plate to Flood. Grounder to Adair. Adair to Jones. Can they turn 2? Yes, they can! As Jones leaps over the sliding Brock and delivers the strike to Scott. 5, 4, 3, just what Sparky Lyle and the Bo Sox ordered. 2 outs, base is empty. Lyle will now face Roger Maris, 1 for 3. Maris has knocked in 4 runs in this series so far. The pitch to Mr. 61. Outside corner, pulls it to Dalton Jones. He flips to Scott, and the side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th as they play Take Me Out to the Ball game here at Fenway. The Boston Red Sox 10, the St. Louis Cardinals 5. Due up for the Red Sox, Smith, Petrocelli, and Ryan, the bottom third of the order. Al Jackson still up on the bump. He has pitched pretty well in relief. 2 2/3 innings. He did give up that homer, though. At the old ball game. Bum, 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 bum. As I take a sip of water. Red Sox 6 more outs away from evening the series. Here's Reggie Smith 0 for 3. The pitch to Reggie Smith. Smith grounds it left side. Maxfield charges, throws, bang, bang, play again. The stretch by Cepeda. And Smith is out. Wow, Cepeda with 2 excellent plays at first. Red Sox again think they had an infield hit, but no. 1 out for Rico Petrocelli. He's made an error at short, but he's made amends for it. He is 2 for 2. He was hit by a Gibson pitch. His last at bat, a 2-run homer. Jackson deals to Petrocelli. Inside corner, Petrocelli grounds it up the middle. Maxfield ranges towards second, throws to Cepeda, 2 away. And now I'll bring up Mike Ryan, 0 for 2. Ryan's going to go for the bunt base hit. He drops it down. McCarver pounces on it, throws to Javier, and the side is retired. Top of the 8th, Red Sox 6 outs away from evening the series at 1. They will face Cepeda, McCarver, and Javier. Lyle back up on the bump. Cepeda 0 for 3. The lefty Lyle looks in at Ryan. He's ready to work. The leg kick and the pitch to the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. Oh, and Lyle comes in too far inside, and he plunks him. Now, was that in retaliation for the Petrocelli plunking? I would think not. Red Sox hope to turn 2 here. And you can see McCarver, who hits lefties pretty decently, and Lyle gives up a lot to lefties. You can see McCarver's average, 342, chance of walking, 3.4. So that's about a 37% chance of getting on. Here's the pitch to McCarver. Red Sox hoping for a double play ball off his bat. And he strikes out. Oh, my. Sparky Lyle says, take that. McCarver badly fooled on the off-speed pitch. 1 out, 1 on for Julian Javier. 1 for 2. Lyle deals quickly to Javier. And that ball gets away from Ryan. Advancing to second is Cepeda. Red Sox have some milling in their bullpen. John Wyatt is up. Jerry Stevenson begins to loosen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lyle peeks over his shoulder. Now looks in at Ryan. Pitch homeward bound to Javier once again. And he walked him. So this is where Sparky Lyle gets quite frightening. And that brings up Bobby Tolan, though Tolan struggles against lefties. So Lyle, again, our only other lefty pitcher, will stay in there. Cepeda at second, Javier at first. Tolan 1 for 3, tripled, knocking in 2 runs. Here's the pitch to Bobby Tolan. Tolan swings, grounds it weakly to third. Adair charges, throws, and Tolan beats it out. Unbelievable. Did we get him? Yes! What a stretch by Scott. What a play by Adair. I thought Tolan was going to beat it out. Bobby Adair had a barehanded. Didn't look like he got a lot on that throw, but what a stretch by that youngster at first. George the Boomer Scott. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Cepeda at second. Cepeda at third. Javier at second. And here's Mike Shannon. Shannon does have some pop in that bat. Shannon, in our replay, did have 10 homers and 70 ribbies. But his likelihood of getting on, not bueno. Every time I say that, something bad happens. Lyle, good for about 30 pitches, up to 23. Lyle asks for a new baseball. Ryan gets it from the umpire, tosses it out to Sparky. Sparky rubs it up. He's back up on the bump. The pitch to Shannon. 2 outs, 2 on. 10-5. Red Sox, top of the 8th. Shannon swings. Grounder up the middle. Jones has it. Pivots. Throws to Scott. And the side is retired. Lyle does his J.O.B. The bullpen has put up goose eggs for the Boston Red Sox. Bottom of the 8th. Red Sox 3 outs away from evening this series at 1. Before they go to St. Louis for 3. Top of the order, Jones, Scott, and Yastrzemski. Jones 2 for 4. Jackson deals to Jones. Jones swings, base hit the other way. Nice piece of hitting by Dalton Jones. And here's the Boomer. 3 hits today, 2 ribbies. 3 for 4. Cepeda holds on Jones. Jackson shakes off McCarver. Now he nods his head. McCarver probably not amused with that. Pitch inbound to George the Boomer Scott. Scott swings. Fly ball. Center field. Roaming to his left is Flood. He makes the catch. Jones retreats to first, and that is one hell of a catch. Flood had to go a long, long way to make that diving catch. 1 out, 1 on for Yastrzemski, 2 for 4. He doubled in 2. The pitch to Yaz. Yastrzemski, fly ball, right field corner. Maris is there. 2 down. Again, Dalton Jones retreats to first. And here's Tony Canigliaro. He's homered today. The pitch to Tony C. And a swing and a miss. And the side is retired. We go to the top of the 9th. The Red Sox 10. The Cardinals 5, Boston 3 outs away from evening this series before we travel to St. Louis for games 3, 4, and 5. Must win for the Red Sox. It'll be Maxville in the top of the order, Brock and Flood. Lyle will face Maxville, who's 0 for 3. Grounder up the middle and through. Unbelievable. As Dalton Jones could not make the play, ball hopped over his glove. And here's Lou Brock. And here comes Jerry Stevenson. Tougher on lefties. Here comes Jerry. Though, do we let Lyle, who's tired? You know what? We're going to give Lyle one more batter. This run means nothing. We're going to play behind Maxville. Sparky Lyle is going to go after Brock, who's 1 for 4. Lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch to Brock. And his average is down to 274 now as you play behind. And he strikes him out! Sparky Lyle strikes out Lou Brock. Red Sox 2 outs away. 2 outs away. Here's Kurt Flood. Lyle's going to pitch to Flood, 0 for 3. And that's a base hit to right. Canigliaro fields it. Maxville holds at second, and that's it for Sparky Lyle. And here comes Jerry Stevenson. Jerry Stevenson has been very good for the Red Sox. We almost started him in Game 2. And now we put the ball in Stevenson's hands to get these final 2 outs. Rain's starting to fall a little heavier now, and the wind 20 miles per hour in from left. So you really had to hit the snot out of the ball to get it out of here. And we've seen some big homers by Petrocelli and Conigliaro, plus that double by Yastrzemski. So Jerry Stevenson, in our replay, 4-1, 3 saves, ERA 1.80, batting average against Stevenson 163, his WHIP 1.033. Stevenson deals to Maris, who's 1 for 4. Fly ball, watch, and what is that? That is an out. Conigliaro makes the catch. 2 down. Advancing to third is Maxville as Tony C. throws it back into Dalton Jones. And now Stevenson will face the baby bull Orlando Cepeda, who's 0 for 3. Stevenson rubs up the baseball. Fans on their feet. Scott will not hold on Flood. Who cares? The pitch to Cepeda. Fouls it back. 0-1 count. 0-1 count. Stevenson looks in, nods his head. Again, he deals to Cepeda. Fly ball, deep left. Yastrzemski going back. It's off the wall. The wind kept it in. That's going to be a double. Flood will hold at third. Cepeda's at second. The Cardinals are only down 4, tying run in the on-deck circle, and that's where you want to keep it. Julian Javier. It's now 10-6. McCarver will now face Stevenson. McCarver 2 for 4. Again, all the burden on the shoulders of Jerry Stevenson. Pitch to McCarver. And he plunked him. Oh, the moment might be too large for Stevenson. The bases are juiced. Unfreaking believable. And that's it for Jerry Stevenson, as Julian Javier will face the closer, John Wyatt, who was not bueno in Game 1. Though he did not give up any runs, but he did give up inherited runners. But there was an error, I remember. So here's John Wyatt. And Wyatt, in our replay, 6-6 with 34 saves, 2.03 ERA, WHIP 1.130. Red Sox need 1 out to even the World Series at 1. Wyatt's ready. Ryan pounds the mitt, sets the target. No place to put Julian Javier. Pitch inbound. Javier swing and a miss! And the Red Sox take Game 2, 10-6. The save will go with John Wyatt. The Cardinals leave him loaded. Unbelievable ball game. Wow. So Shannon 1 for 4 with a triple. Tolan 1 for 4 with 2 ribbies on a triple. Gibson loses Game 2. He was not good. Stang gets the win in Game 1, and he wasn't good in Game 2, So Gibson 0-1, Stang 1-0. Dalton Jones 3 for 5. Tony Conigliaro gets his second homer in the series. He was 1 for 4 with 2 ribbies. Rico Petrocelli made an error at short, but made amends for it. He was 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Let's go to the pitching. Bob Gibson only lasted 3 1/3. He took the loss. 12 hits, 8 runs, all of them earned. He hit a batter. That was Petrocelli. 1 homer, 1 walk, 1 K. The homer was off the bat of Tony Conigliaro, who crushed it to left center. Jackson came in out of the pen, 4 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 homer to Petrocelli. No walks, 2 strikeouts. Lee Stang, again, not good. Went 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs. 3 of them were earned due to the Petrocelli error. Walked 2, struck out 1. He had a very short leash. Then came Landis. He got his 1 lefty. Ozinski got the next 2 batters, and they got out of that mess. Sparky Lyle went at 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits and a run, walked 1, and struck out 2. Stevenson was only able to get 1 of the 2 outs in the top of the ninth. Wyatt got the last out and the save. For St. Louis in defeat, as the series is now tied at 1 before we head to St. Louis for 3 games. Games 3, 4, and 5. Knotted at 1. So the Cardinals got what they wanted, the split at Fenway. Brock was 1 for 5 with 2 strikeouts, now batting .300 in the series. Flood 1 for 4 with a run scored and a walk, now batting .444. Maris 1 for 5, batting .333. The Baby Bull Orlando Cepeda 1 for 4, 2 ribbies with a double, batting .333. Tim McCarver 2 for 4 with a run scored and a strikeout, now batting .375. Julian Javier 1 for 3 with a run scored, 2 walks and a K. He's batting .333. Bobby Tolan, the DH, 1 for 4 with a run scored, 2 ribbies, now batting .375. Mike Shannon 1 for 4 with a run scored and a ribby, .286. And Dal Maxwell, they'll take this from him. He's batting .250. 1 for 4 with a run scored and a ribby. The Cardinals in defeat, 37 at-bats, 6 runs, 10 hits, 6 ribbies, 3 walks, 4 Ks, a double, and 2 triples. For the Red Sox, in this 10-6 victory, Dalton Jones 3 for 5, 2 runs scored and a strikeout. Jones now batting .429. The Boomer, George Scott, 3 for 5 as we put him up in the 2 spot. We had him in the 5 spot in game 1, but we tried this when Canigliaro got hurt to help our offense out because it started to struggle when Tony C went out. So we went back to this lineup, and now we have Tony C in the lineup. So again, Scott 3 for 5, a run and I thought he knocked in 2. I guess I'm wrong there. A ribby and a strikeout. He's batting .333. Yastrzemski 2 for 5, 2 runs, 2 ribbies, .250. Canigliaro batting .500 now. He was 1 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 ribbies, a walk, a strikeout, and a 2-run bippity-boppity boom to the moon, Alice. Jerry Adair 2 for 4 with a ribby. He's batting .500. Joe Foy got the start at DH, came off the bench in game 1. He was 2 for 4 with a run scored and 2 ribbies. He's batting .400. Reggie Smith 0 for 4. Batting average drops to .375. Rico Petrocelli 2 for 3. 2 runs scored, 2 ribbies and a homer, now batting .286. Mike Ryan, the catcher, 0 for 3. He is hitless in the series. Red Sox in victory, 37 at-bats, 10 runs, 15 hits, 10 ribbies, 1 walk, 3 Ks, 2 doubles, and 2 homers off the bats of the Paisanos, Tony Canigliaro and Rico Petrocelli. So there you have it. Game 3, probably tomorrow, if not Tuesday. So they have games 3, 4, and 5 in St. Louis. The series tied at 1. Cardinals took game 1, 7-4. Hughes is all right. Dick Hughes, who went out after the first batter. I checked his injury status. He's A-OK to pitch. He could have pitched today. But they went with Gibby. And he might come back and pitch game 3 in St. Louis. We will probably start Santiago on the road. Then Gary Ding Dong Bell. And we'll come back with Lomborg in game 5. Or Stang. Stang's actually much better on the road. Not much better, but better. So there you have it. Red Sox win 10-6. I'd like to thank Salvatore America. As he says, great game, big victory for the Sox. A lot of fun to play these. It's fun to watch people, listen people play them. And they're always fun to play even offline. So it's fun. And RJL518, check out that wonderful Card and Dice Baseball channel. And to all those who watched and did not jump in, I greatly appreciate your time. And those who watched later, I greatly appreciate your time. Stay safe, be smart, happy Labor Day, God bless. Red Sox win 10-6, series knotted at 1, Game 3 coming up in St. Louis in the very near future. You know what's coming, folks. Peace! I love you. See you soon.